Hello and Happy New Year. My name's David Burns. Welcome to my first vlog of 2022. I've got a couple of videos coming up on the channel in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to start off the year with a little bit of a pedalboard project that I've been working on, a little bit of a refinement to the board that I was working on last year. And then next week I'm going to be doing a gig diary for one of the few gigs that I've been able to do in ages, a little gig diary on Furore Ceilidh Band's Hogmanay. So hope you're going to enjoy these videos over the next couple of weeks. There will be a few more coming up after that. I don't know exactly what they will be. It depends on exactly what happens with COVID over the next wee while, exactly how much I'm able to get out of the house and do. But please do join me for the gig diary next week and enjoy today's video on the pedal board. Well, if you've been watching these videos regularly, you'll know that one of the big projects that I was working on last year was my pedal board. I started off expanding it around this time last year, built the first version of this board. Unfortunately, I've hit a little bit of a technical problem with it, in that the power supply, my Voodoolab Pedal Power Mondo, this died on me just before Christmas. Fortunately, it was still within warranty, so I sent it back down to Andertons where I bought it from. They did a fantastic job getting it fixed up for me. So I've just got this back now, tested it out, it is working again. And I thought I'd take the opportunity, whilst I was away, to rebuild the board a little bit. Let's take a look at what I'm going to be doing. Now, first of all, first thing to point out is I've covered the board with paper. And that is so that the pedals don't stick to the Velcro whilst I'm still planning it out. That means I can move them around much more easily without them getting stuck. Secondly, the board is at a bit of an angle normally, so that you can get at the pedals at the back more easily. So I've propped it up so that it's sitting fairly level just now. So this is the board that I've got set up. And I'm wanting to put a new pedal on here. Well, I say new to this board. It's an old pedal, but I didn't have vibrato on the last board, and I've got a new song where I'd like to make use of it. So that's going in there, which means that I'm going to need to extend the Pedal Power Mondo a wee bit, but rather than using a splitter cable, which I've used before on the old board to split one socket in two, what I'm going to use this time is a Pedal Power X4 expander. That connects into one of the 12 volt sockets on the Mondo, and that gives me another 4 9-volt sockets there. So the plan for this board is we're going to go in on the tuner, through to the wah, then a rat distortion, blues breaker boost, big muff distortion, so I've got a boost in between two distortions for quite a range of overdrive sounds. That's then going to go to the ABY splitter. One is going to head off to the dry amp with just the overdrives, and the other is going to head off up to the modulation and delay effects. So that's going to run through chorus, flanger, vibrato, then on to delay. The delay has got an octave pedal in its effects loop, then into tremolo, polyphonic octave generator, easy for me to say, and then fluorescence shimmer reverb, and the Holy Grail Max. Now I've got a slight problem with this pedal at the moment, so it's on the layout but it might not be going onto the board just now. There's a slight problem with the switch. When you click it on, sometimes it's not making a very good connection and it's causing the whole signal to cut out. So I need to get this repaired. So I'm going to put it into the template for the moment, but I might leave it off the final board until I get it fixed up. So that is the general layout. And one thing to point out whilst I'm planning it out here, everything's just laid on the board, but do notice that there's a fair bit of space left between pedals. Because do remember that you have to leave enough room to get your patch leads in between them. So you need to leave a bit of space for that. The other thing as well, you might be in the same kind of position as me where you've got massive feet, so if you're stamping on a pedal, you can wind up accidentally triggering several at once if you put them too close. That can be quite useful actually, because with the flanger and chorus I quite like to bring them both in at the same time, so being able to just stamp and have them really close together, bring them both on. It's useful there, but you want to make sure you've got enough space that you're only switching on the pedals that you want. So that's the plan. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start to build everything. Put the video into fast forwards, time lapse. It's going to lay out a few pedals at once, then test in between each little section of the board to make sure that everything's working as it should. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just using a little bit of pedalboard tape to fix in the power supplies. This will attach much more firmly than a standard hoop and loop Velcro will, because this has got to hold suspended underneath the board. There we go, so that is firmly attached onto there. So that then goes to the 12 volt in there. Let's check that is holding up okay. And we've got two red lights showing that we have power. So the first thing to go onto the board is going to be the tuning pedal. First pedal in, and it is powering up. Okay, so I think at this point I should do a little amp test. I've been checking everything as I go to make sure that the power lights up. I haven't tested the sound yet, so I'm about halfway through the build. Got the tuner, wah, gain stages, splitter, and the first demand modulation sections, chorus, flanger, and vibrato. Expecting a little bit of hum because I don't have brilliant cables at home. The cable going from the guitar to the tuner is a bit dodgy. Aside from a little bit of hum from what I know is a cable that does pick up interference, everything is working as it should be. Triamp.
here to my own devices, find work for idle hands. You won't be a stranger for all that we have done. We have done. We have done. Those fighting fly, sharp tongue that you have, eating glimpse in a memory.
That's the pedal board fully operational again. A big thank you to everyone at the Andertons repair department for getting the power supply problem sorted. Thank you as well to you for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/DavidBurns. And please do join me again next week when the vlog will be taking a look at the Furore Ceilidh Band Hogmanay gig. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.